welcome to the Old Man of Storr. Today I'm going to go, I set off about an hour or so ago, just going to go up to the photographer's ledge. It's about 15 minutes walk still, and I'm already knackered. But the sun rises in about 30 minutes. So I need to get up there and get set up, and then we'll see what we can do with the Old Man of Storr. Oh, it looks spectacular. Well, I made it up to the photographer's ledge and I'm knackered, it's fair to say. That was a bit harder than anticipated. It's about 15 minutes before the sun comes up. I did take a little detour. Let me just spin you around very quickly. And you can see down there, there's another little ledge that I actually came under the store, up to that little ledge before coming up to the photographer's ledge. It's a different angle because there's some foreground rocks, which actually makes it really nice. But the store does point straight up into the sky. So this is the image that I captured there.
These two first images show the Old Man of Storr from the lower ledge, looking up at the rock formations, including the Needle to the right, alternatively known as the Cathedral. I've never seen a photo showing the holes in the Needle before, so this angle is well worth doing if you do go on location there.
As this is my first time in Skye, some of you may have seen my previous video on some of my favourite locations, one which I covered, some that I'd videoed and photographed previously. Here's one more which I forgot to include on that list, because I didn't have great conditions, which I need to return to. So while I'm waiting for sunset, just take this a minute or two to enjoy this gallery from Elgol. It was actually fantastic setting. The sunset wasn't brilliant, but over the loch and the sea at the Cullen Mountains was beautiful. So here's just 2 or 3 images, just while we're waiting for the sun to rise.
Elgol is an amazing place to visit as the rocks on the coast face over to the Cullen Mountains over the sea. It was a stormy scene the evening I was there and made for some great photos. With the leading lines providing great foreground to the distant mountains, foreground rocks providing a layered view across the sea to the mountains, using my telephoto lens to zoom in on the sunset catching the Cullen Mountains, and even discovering a rusty chain to provide that foreground interest and something man-made to contrast with the natural scene. The ever-changing cloud formations led to an interesting sky in the images, even though the sunset was not a great one.
Right, I'm going to get set up, position my shot, and this is the composition I'm currently looking at in preparation for the sunrise. We've got the clouds up in the distance, which hopefully will get underlit. We've got the Man of Storr, the Old Man of Storr, with the snow-capped peaks in the background. And then we've got the cliff rising to really balance the frame off. So hopefully this comes out as the sun rises. Okay, it's so windy here, so I hope you can hear me okay. So I very quickly switched to the 10 to 18 so I can get the lock in the distance. I can get the Old Man of Storr, and then as I sweep round past the cliff I can get this cloud in as well. I hope you can see all of that because it's so windy here and it's so bitterly cold. Let me just swing it around so that you can see what I'm talking about. So we've got the lock leading into the Old Man of Storr, and then we've got the cliff face and some beautiful colours in that cloud. So let's take a really quick look at just some of the pre-dawn images. The sun has just got to come above the clouds on the horizon over the Scottish hills at the moment. So we've probably got about another 10 minutes, maybe 15 tops, because you'll see there's an orange glint in those clouds on the horizon now. So here's a very quick gallery of the pre-dawn images that I've captured.
These pre-dawn images were captured before the sun broke above the horizon and clouds, providing a great colour in the sky and creating layers of land and sea. This led to some beautiful pastel shades behind the Old Man of Storr, which led to these images as I awaited sunrise. Here I captured the snow-covered mountains behind the rock formations, although I'm not fully convinced this works without a better sunrise.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that quick gallery. Right, there's just a really beautiful cloud now just above the Old Man of Storr, and the sun is just behind the clouds still, but it is now officially sunrise. So we're just waiting for it to come above the clouds. So it's just lighting the clouds in the background now. Absolutely stunning. Again, let me spin you around. Sorry, I'm probably making you all dizzy today. Actually, you can't quite zoom in enough on this, but you can see the clouds. And I'll include these in a gallery coming up. You see the clouds on the cliff edge as well. Absolutely spectacular. I think the weather forecasters have definitely done us proud today. The conditions are superb. We just need that sun to come above the clouds over the Scottish hills.
And as the sun began to hit the horizon behind me, it underlit the clouds above the Old Man of Storr and the distant mountains. This landscape shows the Old Man of Storr centred, the path leading us to the rock formation from the right and the loch leading us from the left, captured under the beautiful sunrise clouds. The intensity of this cloud was amazing. I just wish it had been above the Old Man of Storr. But this small cloud did sit perfectly for me. Here I captured it within the overall landscape above the Old Man of Storr and the layers of pastel shades of sunrise. And here I zoomed in to capture the detail of the rock formations under the solo cloud.
And I hope you can see this okay. What I'm going to try and do is actually create some silhouettes on the Old Man here. You can see you can brighten it up and bring it right down. Look at the colour in that. Look at the colour. Underexpose, create a silhouette of the Old Man of Storr. Oh, it's so spectacular. So here's a couple of quick images silhouetted of the Old Man of Storr with the background. I hope you enjoy these. We're still waiting for the sun to come above the clouds. The clouds seem to be racing the sun at the moment to see who's coming up. So hopefully we'll get some nice sun on the Old Man of Storr itself. But at the moment it's really just underlighting the clouds. But that in itself is a spectacular image. So please enjoy this short gallery and I'll be back very shortly.
These two images show the silhouettes of the formations I captured. Underexposing slightly created nice silhouettes without losing the separation between these and the distant mountains. And in this close-up, keeping the detail in those mountains and clouds to give us a more layered image.
And as the sun raced the clouds, we have the most spectacular sunrise. Let me just spin you around. I promise I'll try not to make you dizzy. You probably won't see it on this. It probably won't pick it up. Let me show you on my screen here. Let me get rid of that. Just look at that scene. Absolutely spectacular. Look at the rays of sun coming through and the reflection in the sea. Absolutely beautiful. You don't get many of those to the pound, I'll tell you. Okay, so we've been here about an hour now, and the Old Man of Storr has still not had any sun on him whatsoever. However, the Kerrang has been in glorious sun, and also, though, behind me, I don't know if you can still see it, but the sun rays coming through as the sun's got higher in the broken cloud is absolutely spectacular. It's these clouds that are stopping us actually getting any sun onto the Old Man of Storr, but they are creating the most amazing seascape and sunrise right here, right now. It's absolutely stunning. I'm going to include a gallery of these before I do the Old Man of Storr ones, because I've done some nice silhouettes of the Old Man of Storr and there's some beautiful clouds behind it. It's just the sun has never hit the old man yet, so pretty much he's been in quite a bit of darkness, but that's created some great silhouettes. Okay, please enjoy this gallery of the sunrise rays.
And although the sun didn't break the horizon, it was spectacular. This first set of images shows the sun breaking through when it was low behind the clouds, creating an amazing orange glow, and the sun rays shining down onto the sea, reflecting in the texture of the slight wave motion. I've included these three when it was low, as I couldn't decide which I prefer. Please let me know in the comments which you think is best. And as it got higher behind the clouds, it created stronger rays, although the colours were a little less intense. It's worth noting that none of these images in this video have had any saturation increased. All the colours are natural as captured by my Canon R7. I especially like in these images the blue and orange complementary colours that really give a sense of warmth and cold at the same time. Again, I really struggle with picking a favourite, so please let me know your thoughts in the comments. And here I'd noticed the small clump of trees on the shoreline. I really wanted to capture them silhouetted against the reflection. After a short wait, I was not disappointed as the sunrise reflection backlit the trees to amazing effect. What do you think?
I'm just heading down now. We had an amazing sunrise. The sun is really harsh now. It's actually catching the old man just on and off, but it's really harsh lights now. But we had a thin period of time, probably 4 or 5 minutes, where the sun was hitting the store, the back was a little bit silhouetted, and it was absolutely superb. Other than that, everywhere around has been completely surrounded by sunlight, and the old man has been in the shade all day. But It's made for some great photography today with the cloud structures, the sunrise coming through the clouds earlier. Spectacular. If you are up for it, this is well worth a visit. I highly recommend. This is the first time I've ever been here and I'll definitely be back. It is a spectacular sunrise location. I got up at 4 o'clock this morning. I'm so tired now and I'm so cold. I'm so cold on the way down. Anyway, here is my final gallery of this photo shoot. I hope you enjoy these images of the Old Man of Storr. It has been well worth it. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, I'll see you soon. Thank you very much for watching.
And finally, the sun came up above the clouds for a brief moment, bathing the Old Man of Storr in sunlight for just a few minutes. I think the dappled effect across the landscape works particularly well to show off the whole landscape and here a little closer into the detail. The ever-changing light made it great to capture light and dark on the rock formations, here zooming in just on the closer details under the clouds and with the snow-capped mountains behind. This image, I think, really shows off the strong light from the left illuminating the Old Man of Storr and the dark side creating a great contrast to bring our attention to what is important in this image. And then on the way down, the light was very intense as the clouds dispersed and the sun was higher in the sky, but it gave opportunities to get closer and capture that high contrast between the light and dark sides of the Old Man of Storr.
Please remember to like and subscribe to the channel and also check out these videos next. Thank you very much for your time in watching this video, and remember to pick up that camera, get out and get some practice. That is what photography is all about. And until next time, thank you and see you soon.